Kristen Farley, first up tonight, senior judge John Kerry Blackwood has again refused the state's second request for the judge to recuse himself in a high-profile murder case. Judge Blackwood is presiding over the retrials in the Christian-Newsom murders. LaMarcus Davidson, LaTalvis Cobbins, George Thomas, and Vanessa Coleman were all originally convicted at trial. But the criminal actions of the judge in that case, Richard Baumgartner, has now called those verdicts into question. In tonight's top story, 6 News reporter Alexis Zotos was in court today. She joins us live from the newsroom with the very latest on this decision. Alexis.
Well, Kristen, after more than an hour of arguments from both the state and the defense, Judge John Kerry Blackwood, without comment, refused to step down.
And support this decision to deny the motion to recuse.
In seconds, Judge Blackwood shut down the state's request to recuse himself. Assistant District Attorney Leland Price began today's hearing with a long list of why the judge should step down.
All these actions undermine the public confidence in the fairness of these proceedings and the integrity of this court.
The state continues to say Judge Blackwood is too emotionally involved.
Well, at this point, Your Honor, it doesn't matter what your ruling is, it can't stand. It won't stand. If you rule for us, we can't win. Later on, it's going to be overturned.
Defendants LaTalvis Cobbins and LaMarcus Davidson were present in court. George Thomas was not, but his attorney spoke out against the state's argument.
The state wasn't happy with that. Well, maybe they're not used to losing like we are on this side, but they lost. The motion for a new trial was properly granted.
The Christian-Newsom families filled the first 2 rows of the courtroom and were angered by the judge's decision.
I will not let that man sit on my daughter's trials without a war. I can't do it. He ain't made a rational decision since the first day I ever saw him.
Very disenchanted with his capability of operating in a manner of not being prejudiced. He's prejudiced 100%.
He had his mind made up before we even had a chance to say anything.
The families say today marked their 283rd time in court, and both families say each time it gets harder to believe that justice is possible for their children. Live in the newsroom, Alexis Zotos, 6 News.
All right, thanks, Alexis. Now we have more details on our top story tonight. According to LaTalvis Cobbins' attorney, Kim Parton, her client requested that she step down as his representation. She said he handed her a note this morning with the request.
Based upon Mr. Cobbins' motion, that until the resolution of this issue is resolved, that you have no more contact with Mr. Cobbins, and you have no more contact with you.
But I will not go on as his counsel of record in that proceeding.
Now, until Judge Blackwood makes an official ruling, Parton will remain as Cobbins' attorney, but will not have contact with him until that decision is made.